Okay, so before we add these two into our blanket, we have the fireflies here in Bellflower Grove, and then we also have a separate square of Bellflowers. So we need to go ahead and combine these two. But when we're doing the blanket and we are connecting all the squares, what I don't want is to have a giant single crochet seam, because this, I want it to look like it's part of the same picture. So we need to join it in a more seamless way. So that's what we're going to do right now. So what you want to do is, you'll see that this is the single crochet border here, okay? So you want to make sure that if those are facing out, this is the right side of the work, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we are going to put the wrong sides together. Okay. Now, what you need to do is, squares are 20 by 20, right? 20 squares by 20 squares. So we need to count on this one to make sure that we're getting it to the right length. All right, so let's count 20 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this is your 20th square. So this is where we want to work into, okay? And we're gonna get a strand of the black background color here, okay? No knots on the end. You don't need that yet. All right, so first you need to line them up. So in order to do that here, I'm gonna go ahead and flip them this way, just for now, okay? First you need to find the square that's in the corner here, okay? We're gonna work towards that corner. So you're going, if this is the corner right here, we're going to go over here. We're going backwards only on this one, okay? And I'll show you why in a moment. What we're doing here is lining them up, okay? So you want to pull, but not leave a tail here. Don't pull it all the way through. Okay. Now go ahead and flip it back around. Getting the tail out of the way. Okay, this was our 20th square right here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to work, go down into this one. We're going this direction now, okay? So we're going to go down into the middle of that single crochet. So you see the V shape. You're going in the middle of the V, coming up through the center of the next one, okay? Now pull that through. And you don't want to pull too tight. You want to keep that tail there, okay? Because you're going to need that in order to tie it in later. All right, so now we're going back over to the other side. You want, so this is where your tail is. So you want to go, you have two choices. You can either work into that same stitch and go down from there. But if you do that, you want to make sure to do the same on this side. So then on this side, you would go into the one that you just, where this thread is coming out right here. So you'd go in like that. Okay, but you don't have to do that. That will make it very nice and tight, but it's not really necessary. You can do less stitches by going into the next one. Okay, so you're going to go into the next one, going in through the center of the V, coming up through the center of the V just below. Okay, now go ahead and pull. And you're kind of keeping these loose at this point. You don't need to pull tight. All right, so now you see that here's the thread that we just jumped from one side to the other. So we're going to go into the next V down. We're going to go ahead and go down through the center, coming up through the center of the one just below it. Okay, now we see that that thread on this side is on this one, so we're going to go to the next one and do the same thing. Okay, so let's do a few of these together. Okay, we're going to jump back over. Again, we're going down to the next one. Okay, going down into the next one, and so on and so forth. And what I would do I would say every like 2 to 3 inches or so, we can go ahead and tighten the seam, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Let's just do a couple more together. So again, we're going in through the center of the V's. Okay, so we've gotten it started here. So let's go ahead and we're gonna pull it tight just so you can see. So the reason you've got this tail here, first what you wanna do is go ahead and this first stitch that you made, you wanna just get yourself a loop. Don't pull it out, just enough to get a loop to hold on to, okay? Now grab your other end, and then you're gonna go ahead and pull, and you can see that the seam tucks in, okay? Here we go. There you go. So see? Now you can go ahead and pull this one back through like that. And then what you're gonna do is at the end, you'll go ahead and just weave this in as usual. You can either tie a knot and weave it in, or weave it in as you've done with the other color changes and whatnot. That's up to you how you wanna do it. I did a knot in the last one. I think that you don't feel the knot and it makes sure it's nice and secure. And you're gonna keep doing that. So every, about, what would you say, about 2 to 3 inches there, you wanna go ahead and just pull the seam so that way it makes it nice and easy as you're going down to the end, okay? So I will meet you back at the end. We'll do our final pull through and then we'll see how it looks. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the last bit tight here. And there we go. So let's flip it around and you can see that there's barely any notice between this square and this rectangle. It is considered a seamless join. There isn't a nice big border join like we're going to do on some of the other connections here. We don't want to frame this apart from this. We want it to look like it's all part of the same picture, okay? So this is the Bellflower Grove. It's a backwards L that we're going to go ahead and fit into the Wishghan, and I will show you in the next video how to join the rest of the blanket together. Okay, this is just so that you guys know, this is the same kind of join that you want to do when you get to the border. The ivy border is also going to be joined with this seamless join because you want it to look like a picture frame, okay, without any separations. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit the bell, like, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my other videos. All right, thanks guys.